he was called up by Blackwater Elite, and that is where he actually had his confidence boost.
Speaking about confidence, look at Jorge Napoles. After a box play a while ago, a pass went right through his hands, and now he takes a three and knocks it right down. Nothing but net. He's got 7 points in the game.
Very nice. Again, another pickup that is performing for Coach Topex.
Pass inside to Eram. Layup is there. He spun the right way. Boy Eram.
I've been analyzing the game of Boy Eram. He's a 3-time UAAP champion, but usually played after Greg Slaughter. So he was not able to get a lot of minutes there. Pero nung nabigyan siya ng opportunity as a 3-time PBA block champion, he was a 1-time mythical second team in 2018 and a 1-time PBA defensive player of the year. So ibig sabihin, yung mindset niya is on defense. But it is icing on the cake yung development ng kanyang opensa.
He knocks Matthew Wright down. Trying to get that block, and Wright pupunta sa linya. Remember, Matthew Wright had 20 big points in that first half. Shooting the lights out of the AUF gym. But since then, hindi na siya nabibigyan ng usual open looks niya. This guy took over offensively at one point for TNT, ably assisted by JP Eram.
Nag-slow down na yung shooting ni Matthew Wright in as much as that was his 27th point already. But he was just going berserk in the first 2 quarters. So defense all of a sudden clamped on him. And worse lang na nangyari kay Topex Robinson, hindi nag-step up yung mga usual yung katulong niya sa opensa. Nabanggit na natin kanina. Jason Perkins, not enough mileage or not enough points in his stat line, and also Chua.
That's right. So 12-point lead, 6:08 remaining. Troy. Well, the guy who has been missing talaga para kay Coach Bong Rivera has been Troy Rosario, but it doesn't really matter much right now because there are other guys stepping up big time.
Just going back to that technical foul called against Ray Parks. Talagang may second motion daw right after yung foul was called. So kaya nabigyan siya ng technical foul. So good, thank you for that one.
Closure.
Yes,
Okay
importante
na.
may closure.
Hindi natin nakita.
Oo, walang hulaan. Kumbaga, magtatanong tayo kung hindi natin nakita. Magtatanong tayo, yung mga nandyan talaga sa bubble.
J.R. Reyes denying liability once again on that foul na tinawag kontra Troy Rosario. You know what, one thing I've noticed more, it happens more often than it used to before, Coach Ryan. Yung mga huddle na mga teams dyan sa loob ng bubble, ala NCAA college sa US. Di ba parang pag may nag-free throw, kukumpul-kumpul sila lahat ganyan. We see it more often now. I don't know if that's a trend. It didn't used to happen that often before. But just 5 points.
23 na pala nung first half to. I've been saying 20 points, di ba? But still, stymied na yung kanyang points of attack. 5 points lamang up to this point. But going back to your point kasi, coaches now are encouraging open communication so they can make sure that the defensive strategies are followed, extra passes on offense or yung sistema nila are also being done. Kaya mas madalas ngayon yung ganun mga, especially if you're struggling. It is always nice to have a team that communicates a lot than a team that does not communicate at all.
Well, no need to communicate on that play because Matthew Wright just took it upon himself. Missed the three, got it back, and got it the second time to bring the lead back down to 10. Still 5:02 remaining. Hindi pa nakakasiguro itong TNT. Troy Rosario can't get that to go. A bump from Jason Perkins. Referee Jimmy Mariano, the crew chief, calls that one. Despite the protestations from the Phoenix guys, and Perk has fouled out of the game.
Big loss here for Coach Topex Robinson.
Salamat kung mayroong mag-subscribe sa channel ko.
Well, there's still a lot of time in this game for Phoenix to try to make something happen. TNT now pretty much in control. Check out the hustle stats. TNT up by 10 on rebounds, up by 4 in steals, and 8-0 in the blocked shots department. We were amazed at how many blocks Phoenix had doon sa huling laro nila. But in this game, it's a big fat egg.
It's a pure attention to detail, and they were not really forcing a lot of different combinations defensively. What they were doing was they stepped up their defense on an individual coverage. They pressed on their pressure defense that was not evident in the first 2 quarters. And on the last line of defense, there was always a big guy to be a rim protector for them. It was Rosario, or sometimes it was David Semerad, kundi naman si Poy Eram. Kaya tambak na tambak yung blocks. But there was one game, ito namang Phoenix, because of their toughness on defense, yung blocks nila, 12, compared sa kalaban nila, isa lang.
Yun na nga.
Di ba? So nagkaiba lang, nagkapalit.
31 noong huling laro. Ngayon, fouled out na with just 8 points. So, it's really a roller coaster ride. Mabibilib ka talaga sa mga players who can deliver every night, night in and night out. Because it's not easy to do that. Hindi every night, career night.
Yes.
RR off the glass, masyadong malakas. Looked like it's gonna fall. Now the lead to Troy. Able to control it. Good hands. Missing the lefty. Kana naman ang ginamit. Mid chance for maka 3-point play. Matthew Wright, hands up in protestation again. Where was the foul? Said he. Ito si Troy, oh. Nagmintis. Stuck with it. And stuck the shot. Dream player of the game. Brought to us by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Troy Rosario. Who can help his team in so many ways. You know, scoring-wise today, not so much. 8 points, 5 boards. But presence niya dyan sa loob. Iniiwan siya ni Coach Bong Ravena at ni Mark Dickel. Because he provides energy, defensive presence.
No, that is true. So, alam mo na meron talagang maibibigay itong si Troy, even if he's struggling from the field. You know that he can still obviously get a lot of points from different positions inside the court. But more than that, ang nakita ko talagang advantage siya rito is nahirapan siyang bantayan ni Jason Perkins. Nawala rin si Jason Perkins dahil kailangan habulin ni Jason sa corner itong si Troy. At kung mag-overshoot naman ng closeout, papasok naman. Kaya na-foul out itong si Jason Perkins. But ito, RR Pugoy. He was actually not sure whether he was gonna play in tonight's game.
Tama yun.
In fact, pinost pa niya yung injury niya sa kanyang social media account. But he looks like he is 100% based on his performance as if he did not get hurt.
Well, Troy just got hurt right now on that alley-oop. Natamaan sa mukha si Troy Rosario. Now it's the TNT coaches who are asking the referees, hindi ba ninyo nakita yon? Ito yung alley-oop on the way down. Boom, right there.
Inadvertent.
Chua
Pero
used to be
tinamaan
with them.
pa rin. Yes.
Yan ang pagbagsak. Got him on the cheek.
Nahilo.
And as big as
Buti
these
walang
guys,
dugo.
as big as these guys are, parang kasi napak pag ganun eh. Kahit light yung bagsak lang. Chua sumagot naman on the other side. And the body language now of Phoenix, they're not playing with any desperation. It seems like they've conceded. Let's see.
Oh, yung moral nila parang deflated na eh. Masyado nang malaki yung kanilang kailangang habulin dito. And they are just a totally different, well-oiled machine compared to how they played in the first 2 games. Remember, they averaged league best 112 points per ball game. But look at the performance of RR Pugoy. He is just going crazy here in the second half.
TNT Tropang Giga imposing their will against the opponent yet again. So Blackwater, Northport, and Lex, better beware because TNT Tropang Giga is heading your way. October 22 against the Elite, the 26th Northport Batang Pier, and 29th they're going to be playing the Road Warriors. And tingnan nila yung second half dito. Parang ganun, it's a story of TNT because the first half they weren't playing well. 0 talaga eh. Because 11 si Troy. Ganun din yung team niya. They followed suit, everyone. 258 na lang ang natitira rito. Of course, knowing Coach Topex, everything is a learning lesson. You have to just keep going. Look at assistant coach, bottom left of your screens, Willie Wilson. Assistant coach in the bubble.
Well deserved.
Diba?
And tough games for Phoenix. They go up against itong Barangay Ginebra. October 21, that's a Wednesday. Then they follow that 2 days after against Magnolia Hotshots, who's coming off a loss against Alaska. Then finally, itong NLEX naghahanap ng panalo. Kaya yun ang mahihirap eh, yung may desperation na makakalaban mo. But you take a look at the first 2 games of Phoenix. Yes, they were able to win. But teams with losing records so far. One against the Bulls, one against Bulls, 1 and 2 right now. Tapos itong Northport, hindi pa nananalo dito sa komperensyang ito. At bigla silang nakahanap ng kalaban na hindi pa rin natatalo. So, hindi nila na-match yung bang intensity nitong Tropang Giga. Especially in the second half. They were okay.
Tama.
In the first 2 quarters, they were up by 9 points at the end of 24. They led by as big as 14. But the third quarter was just a totally different story. They were outscored 30-14 and there was no turning back for Tropang Giga.
Talk about regrouping at the half. No? Yung halftime na yan, how many times have we seen that? A transformation at the half. Things that you talk about, things that you address, and then the resolve to come out and then start swinging. Kasi kung medyo mabaya yung laro sa first half, everything can change once you come out of that locker room for the third quarter.
Hindi na sustain nitong Phoenix. Akala nila it's gonna be a easy game for them. Feeling nila nakuha nila on a bad night itong TNT Katropa. But alam naman natin, you talked about the resiliency of Tropang Giga and their ability to bounce back. Their bounce back genes, we saw that in their very first game, down by 17 against Alaska, but was still able to win it in the end.
Now they're doing it again. Came a bit earlier, but there on the rebound play, foul na naman mula sa Phoenix. 17-point lead of TNT looks secure. Mike Gamboa, pinasok na muli ni Coach Topex on the part of Phoenix, but dahil nga penalty situation, we got Samboy De Leon at the line for 2 free throws. Puts in the first. Don't forget, pagkatapos ng laro na ito, we're gonna have Sports Page hosted by Sir Sev Sarmenta. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is Sports Page in between the games. Lead is 18. Gamboa, too strong on the layup. You look at the score of Phoenix, Coach Rice, 87 points. And they had 54 already in the first half.
They just stopped scoring. Some of it, or most of it, of course, you attribute to the different defense done by TNT. But the other thing is failure of the other guys to contribute offensively. Yun talaga ang nagpabilis ng downfall ng Eagle Masters.
Sa last 2 minutes na po tayo, hatid sa atin ng Cobra Plus Vitamin C, lakas at proteksyon. Cobra, the #1 energy drink. You might have seen the graphic just moments ago on your screens. 6 players in double digits for TNT. So share the wealth on offense sila. And now the bench guys are coming in. Lervin Flores will get some burn.
We just have to say this. When nothing was going right for TNT, Bukoy was not scoring consistently. Even Ray Parks was struggling to find his range. Even Jason Castro could not get his rhythm. There was one guy who came off the bench to score, and that was Ryan Reyes.
That's right.
Ryan Reyes will end this game scoring 10 points. He's best in this conference.
Plus depensa. Nagdala rin ng magandang depensa.
It would have been bigger yung kalamangan ng Phoenix kung hindi nakashoot ng napakaraming tres ni Ryan.
So everyone helping out. There's Almon Vosotros who's getting some action today as well. JJ Alejandro also yung na-pick up ng tropang Giga before the bubble. Mike Gamboa, chance to get some points. Knocks the free throw in, but that's a huge lead para sa TNT, and you would never have thought how well Phoenix played in the first half if you only joined us midway through that third quarter.
It's back on earth as far as they are concerned. They were in cloud 9 after the first 2 games. But now, I don't think they're going to hit 100. It's going to be tough for them, a miraculous scoring onslaught if they hit 100. But more than that, it was their inability to be close to the tournament assist number that they had in the first 2 games. Remember, 30 assists in the first game. The following game, they had 27, and now only 18 assists to show.
Yung fluidity nga na sinasabi natin, which we did see in the first half. It just vanished here in the starting the third period.
It was controlling them because of the defense that they employed. We're talking about TNT. Nawala yung flow dahil dumikit yung depensa, lumakas yung pressure sa mga ball handlers, and all of a sudden, nawala na ngayon ng mga extra passes. We were saying that guards were now sucked in instead of looking at a situation wherein they will set up their teammates. Nagtutuloy-tuloy yung mga tira ni R.R. Garcia, napupunta tatuloy siya sa loob. Yun lang, babalikan ni Coach Topek, so I'm sure learning experience for them. And the first loss, and it does not take away the fact that they're playing good basketball here in the bubble in the first 2 games.
JJ Alejandro will help Mike Gamboa up as time will expire. And TNT will get victory number 4 sa Philippine Cup in convincing fashion, 110-91. TNT poured ito on kahit sa fourth period. That's 35 big points para sa kanila. Against the 23 lamang para sa Phoenix.